In today's tutorial or today's video, I'm going to explain to you why you are still not getting your second notification letter. Second notification letter is the letter that tells you that an interview has been scheduled. I know it's already February 2023. Some of the people have lowercase number or relatively lowercase number. They filled and submitted the DS260 form in time. They did that, and by going to the travel.state.gov websites, yeah, I'm talking about the visa bulletin. After checking, they also realized that their case number is current, but up to now, they are still not getting second notification letter, or they are still not getting a letter that tells them that an interview has been scheduled for them. And obviously we can understand that those people, they are getting worried, they are anxious, wanting to know why things are done like this for them, because by now they should have done their interview, or maybe should be waiting for an interview because a letter has been sending to them. But unfortunately, that is not the situation. So now the question is why they are not getting interview even though their case number are lower. When it comes to interview, we have to keep in mind that not all case numbers are the same. You might have a lower case number and someone who is a case number that is a bit higher compared to you, but that person might get an interview before you, even though you're coming from the same region or same country, and you'll be wondering as to why you are not getting interview, but someone, or maybe you've seen someone or you heard about someone who just got interviewed, and that person has a case number that is higher or a bit higher compared to your case number. So the question will be why? Why you are not getting interview if that person has gotten his interview? Well, not all case numbers are the same. Let me explain to you. Let's say that you have a lowercase number, but you are the principal, and there are, for example, 5 or 6 derivatives behind you. So in total, it's going to be 6 of you who have to go do the interview. And there's something that you need to keep in mind, that when it comes to running a background, they might need to run background for 3 people. So KCC will not just send a letter to your embassy to reserve a date for an interview, because they have to go through the background check of each of you. Let's say if they have to check the background check of 3 people, in one case, I'm talking about father, mother, maybe one of the child. That is just an example. So the time will take KCC to process through 3 different people. That time will be longer as opposed to if they were to schedule one person who is single. So we can see that they will take a bit longer time to process your case number, but it's going to be a short time to process one person for the fact that he is single. That is the reason why you can see someone whose case number is a bit higher compared to your case number, that person being scheduled for an interview, and you are still waiting. So as I mentioned, not all cases are the same. They are different. Maybe there will be a lot of more background check that they have to run for your case number than there will be for this other person, even though his case number is higher compared to your case number. So it makes sense for that person to be scheduled for an interview before you, even though your case number is lower compared to his case number. And another reason that can cause your case number to sort of delay when it comes to getting a letter for an interview is about your background check, or maybe your traveling history. Let's say that you used to travel from country to countries. You must know that for your case number, it's going to take a bit of time to KCC to kind of run a background check, to go through all these countries to get the informations about you, to know if really you are that person that they are expecting to accept into their country. So that is going to take time. And another thing that can cause again your case to take time is the kind of study that you did. Let's say that you did the chemistry, or maybe you did some of the courses that related to the security of the countries. Knowing the information of other country, cyber security, things like that. You were in the chemistry. Here in America, they take such kind of things seriously. So if in your DS260, I'm not saying that it was a mistake on your side for the fact that you have mentioned that on your DS260, if you did it, this is how you should do. Because if you hide and they happen to know that that's what you did and you refuse to put it on your DS260 form, it's a straight refusal. So you did well on mentioning the fact that you did the chemistry or the cyber security. You did well. But the thing is, it's just going to take a bit of time because they have to do the background check, try to search the history of countries that you have been in. The things that are related to the chemistry or to the security of your country, things like that. And it's going to take a bit of time for them to run the background check, for them to come back to you and then send you a letter for an interview, as compared to someone who just went to school or to university, who, for example, is a physician or is a software developer. I'm just giving an example. Is a software developer, or he did not do something that has to deal with the chemicals, or something that has to deal with the cyber security attack, things like that. So it's going to be more easy for that person. And you might see that that person has got his interview before you just because of the fact that the things that he studied in school or in university, it was simple things that just allowed him to quickly get his interview. But they will need some more time to go through a background check to see if, with the knowledge of chemistry that you have in your brain, you are not using it on causing harm to other country. Because if that is the case, they will not allow you to get an interview. So they just need some more time to to go through your history in order to get you an interview. And another thing, as I mentioned already earlier in the beginning of this video, is how many of you in your family are expecting interview? I've seen a family of 10 people being scheduled for an interview, and fortunately it worked for them, and 10 visa have been printed, and those people, they traveled from Africa to the United States of America. So we can see they have to process everything for 10 people. One case number, but 10 people. I mean, one principal and 9 derivatives. So it's going to take time for that case number to be scheduled, as opposed to someone whose case number is a bit higher compared to that person, but he's just single. And when you go to his background history, he did not travel to so many countries, and he did not do courses that has to deal with chemicals or security attack, things like that. And that person, his case is going to be much more easier to be processed than your case. That is the reason why your case number might seem to be taking time to be scheduled for an interview. So yes, we understand that can be the situation. And the best way to know if really your case number is in the brain of KCC is by sending a letter to KCC asking them about the status of your case number. These guys, they are there. This is their job. That's what they do. So if you ask them about the status of your case number, definitely they will tell you. And if you want to know how to write a letter to KCC, I already published a video here which tells you how to write a letter to KCC. So just click on this link that appears here, and it's going to take you to that video explaining to you how to write a letter to KCC in order to know the status of your case. So if you like this video, please don't forget to give me a thumb up. And one major thing that I'll ask you is by subscribing to this YouTube channel. That is going to encourage me to do more. So stay tuned. See you in the next video. Bye.